Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at episode 16 of Welcome to the Ballroom. I'm wearing a hat. See, if this is the first review you ever seen of me, you'd be like, oh, why would you even announce that? But if you've seen almost, like, I think 99% of my reviews, maybe 100% actually technically till now, I don't wear hats. I very, very rarely ever wear a hat in life in general. But my hair right now is basically all over the place, so it's like, either A, I do a video where my hair looks terrible, or B, wear a hat. So I'm wearing a hat. Anyways, today on Welcome to the Ballroom, some interesting stuff happened. So, not only does Tatara get into this kind of dancer's zone of sorts, which has him almost kind of this weird hallucination almost of in his mind, where he has like extra legs and, you know, he's not even there with his partner, he's actually doing something entirely different. This happens actually, I think this is almost like, if you think about it, almost like a runner's high. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever gotten this before, but if you're a runner or if you do jog or anything like that, there are times where if you get really into the zone of running or even jogging, you'll have this thing where you kind of zone out. And it's something where you're just running and you feel like you could run forever. And it usually takes something like, oh, you just get really tired or something to kind of like knock you out of it, but it's crazy. I've had that happen a few times actually in my life. It's a really cool feeling, mind you, but it's also kind of scary because when I first had that ever happen to me, when I first started running and getting more into running, it really did terrify me because I was like, I got from one end of the boardwalk that I run at to halfway to the other side, and I'm like, wait, when the hell did I get here? What happened? It's just crazy, but it's a really cool feeling. So I right away when he started going through that hallucination thing, I was like, that's what he's experiencing. And you saw that when he really was more so when he saved Chi-chan, because he basically was able to stop her from falling when she slipped almost on a feather. But that whole sequence was really cool. I really loved the animation for it. It looked spectacular, to be honest with you. I was really, really like blown away by it. The only issue I had with this week's episode, though, was the transition, because they have this point where he's apparently like sleeping, it looks like, or he's zoning out completely. And they had withdrawn from the competition, and they told us, you know, their coach what happened. She wasn't too happy per se, but at the same time, I guess she understood it too. She just made it where now they have to win their next two competitions, no matter what, and that's the only way she's going to keep training them. That should be interesting in its own right, especially with the announcement of who they're going up against, because they went to this kind of retreat of sorts to practice and get ready for these competitions, and they met everyone from the show we've seen so far, except for like Sengoku and the other one. But we saw MAKO came back, or MAKO-chan came back. That's awesome. Where's she been? Come on, like, she's my favorite girl. I don't care who likes Chi-chan over her, or even Shizuka. MAKO is awesome. Let MAKO be there more often. You can even tell they have a thing together between, you know, Tatara and MAKO, just because she smiled and they both blushed and stuff when they saw each other. Come on. But the end of the episode was also very interesting, where we have this kind of argument between Chi and, you know, Tatara, where during their practice session, she sees that he's leading in a whole different way now. And I want to say it's kind of a partial thing of jealousy, because I think she's so used to him being a second to her. But now he's starting to get into this rhythm, and he's starting to understand how he dances and how she dances, so he's able to lead effectively now. But at the same token, she's having problems because I think it's the realization that she's, you know, doing, I guess, not as strong as he is anymore in dancing, and at least in the current situation. And also, I think she's, I don't want to say just per se just jealous, but also terrified of this, because, you know, she can't understand, she can't read what he's doing, because he's dancing in and this is something Tatara we've seen already before. It's not really a surprise. We've seen Tatara going through these phases of dance where, you know, when he first started, he had this kind of, you know, I would say like basically copy of what other people were doing. But, you know, when he saw Hyoda-kun dance, by the way, for that matter first, he was able to copy that perfectly. And then equally, when, you know, he started seeing Sengoku dance, he started copying him. But he's been getting into this thing where you see the rhythm starting to change, where he's able to manipulate his own, you know, movements, as we saw with him dancing during the competition. And I think that means that he's going to pass her in some ways. And I think she's kind of like, you know, she said some harsh words to him. She's like, oh, you know, I can't understand what you're doing. You know, I think you're a second-grade dancer in comparison to me. You know, she said some pretty messed up. Like, it's not that. She said, you're just as bad as me. Like, that's kind of, you know, that was hurtful. But You know, it was interesting. It really was. Anyways, I am looking forward to next week because, you know, I want to see how this kind of climaxes. Like, how are they going to get back into the groove of dancing when it looks like their kind of partnership right now is on edge a little bit. Anyways, guys and girls, what did you think about this week's episode? As always, comment down below. I have so many other reviews today. I have Code Realize I coming out. Probably will be the third thing out today. Next up should become March Comes Like a Lion, excuse me. I should have that out because I actually watched that already. I will also have Ruby maybe out today. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to review that, but we'll see what happens. A lot of reviews. This is the day of reviews. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe I won't be wearing the hat next episode. Who knows? But I'll talk to you guys then. Bye-bye, everyone.